Hi everyone. So today let us see what we can practice, and today probably we will take on uh, I think a behavioral kind of a question, because last we did, yes, behavioral. Next role. Okay, let us take this one. Senior clients call you early and to complain that the B2B product is not working without providing any details. How would you approach this, including technical details if applicable? So this is very common, I think, scenario where, uh, although it is not, it is that does not happen that not so much, but you do get pulled in into such kind of situations. But you have the necessary information. So first, we try to find out as many information as much as possible. How much can we find out about it? Talking to the customer support team or the different teams, finding out whether what all information can they provide to us. So we, okay, let me paste it here, and we will be following the approach that we taking starting did previously. Yes, so let's say I'm following the approach of the framework that we have followed, the star framework. What was the situation, the task, the, what does A represent, analysis, I think analysis, and R for the result. Okay, we do not write this down as such in the interview, but for our sake, I've just written it down. And so the B2B product is not working. So in one of my previous organization, I was handling a B2B product. It was an HRMS product, and I was handling two of the modules, the leave management and a power module. Now, uh, since we are at the client location and there were multiple inputs, input channels through which customer can uh, complain or raise their query. So I found that the exact situation was that someone has called from a different location, and they so the exact situation was that their leave particular user, their leave application has been sanctioned. So they in the portal they viewed that their particular leave application has been sanctioned, but in the next day when they were to actually go on leave, they view that this has not been sanctioned. Now what does, how it happened that, sorry, I think this is under whether I'm little suffering from cold. So the exact task I was set, find out what had happened. Now gather information. Now gather information was that taking the screenshots from the user, screenshot screenshot or whatever email info they can save, user ID. So first task was that finding out as much information as possible about the uh, exact problem they are facing, and any details that they can share, which I can share with the technical team to find out that what is exactly issue with this. So I found out the user ID, they shared the screenshot or the mail that they had received in their company mail that their leave has been sanctioned once that whole application is gone through. Since this was an how this sanction process worked was that a employee, let's say there are different categories of employee A, B, C, D. So an employee who is into D category and applies for a leave, so the final sanction of the leave goes to the B category. So first it will be approved by C category employee, then it will go to the B category employee, and finally they receive a mail that their leave has been sanctioned. Now that depends on the nature of leave and the number of days that they had applied. So analysis included that discussion with the technical team, with the customer success team, finding out whether they have found such similar cases in our different scenarios or in the past. And lastly, what result came out was that employee, I mean the process flow, although their leave was granted, it was revoked by the category B employee. So this was not any technical issue as per it was a business logic that we had applied at the back end, that until and unless the category B employee approves that leave, it cannot be sanctioned. Now, when we discuss this with the employee, the category B employee, because the actual user who has applied for the leave, they began sharing the screenshot and all the details that they have actually uh, all the details or the proper documentation that they have got the leave. Now, how can this be revoked or sustained? So we explained to them and to the person who has rejected the leave that how this process works, and finally we agreed that this was uh, practical use case and we had to look into it. So lastly we increased the timeline, that what is the practical time window in which someone can reject the application or reject their leave. So that is how we solve this issue. Okay, that's all. Thank you for giving this, and in the next video I will take on a different